maybe we should have him run something. All right, friend. F-Zero GX, the stage is yours. Take it away.
Well, dang. It is pretty amazing to be here, actually. My very first GDQ event ever, and I'm super excited to be here. This is going to be a speed run of the F-Zero GX story mode with max speed settings on very hard difficulty. Notorious for its insane speed and one of the hardest games ever, I am joined by also legendary GX speedrunner, one David J. He will be providing the commentary for while I am, mostly just playing through the runs.
What's up, guys? I'm David. Yep. So I'll be doing commentary.
Yeah, this game is quite difficult to actually play and talk at the same time, so I'm just gonna, maybe take it a little bit easy in it, but, you know what, with that being said, let's get started, shall we? All right, well, we'll be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, good luck, Hobbes.
Thanks, man.
I'm excited for this. So this first mission we're going to be starting off here, it's kind of like an introductory mission. It's basically you drive around this loop and you try to pick up all these energy pellets. So on very hard, there's actually like a ton of them. Hobbes is going to be taking some interesting paths. Basically, he has to route out which ones he's going to pick up on each lap. And in the meantime, just trying to save as much time as he can in the meantime. So I guess I can talk a little bit about some of the basics of this game. So one of the things is probably one of the biggest mechanics of this game is that you exchange your health for boosts starting on lap 2. So there'll be a lot of deaths in this game just because it's very dangerous, because in order to go fast, you have to put yourself at risk. This mission isn't particularly an issue on that because there's so much refill, but you'll see it in later courses, and there'll be a lot of deaths. But basically, so yeah, Hobbes is just kind of taking a path around, lining up to hit these. It's a fairly self-explanatory mission. Yeah, and he missed a couple pellets there, and it's super precise. He has to get certain ones on each lap, so his estimate's very generous to account for resets because it's a very difficult run, and outside of missing pellets like that, there'll also be a bunch of deaths in later missions. So,
and I'm not gonna lie, the GDQ nerves are absolutely hitting really hard right now. So,
yeah, I think he'll do great though. I'm super excited for this run. Let's see. So one thing that he's doing, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a mechanic in this game called momentum throttle, which basically, anytime that you're above whatever your maximum speed would be, if you release the engine, you decelerate slower, so you keep your speed better. So in between all of these boosts that he's doing with his energy, he's releasing the engine for just a little bit. So you can see like the back of his engine will kind of like flash or will stop boosting for just a moment, like the electricity will go away, and then it'll start again. So anyway, that was the first mission.
Okay. Whew.
So, up next is Chapter 2. This one is probably one of the places that shows off one of the most insane tech in the game. It's this trick called shift boosting, which basically the way it works is if you go off the course and come back on in a very short amount of time, you get a burst of speed. And you can do this on the edge of the course by strafing off and back on. So Hobbes is going to be doing that a bunch to pick up a ton of speed. And each time you do it, if you don't get back on the course, you die, so it's very dangerous. But Hobbes is very good, so he'll be doing that a bunch. This is one of the ones I was talking about. You can die a bunch doing that, but this shows off the momentum throttling very well too. Basically, he only has to tap A when he comes back on just to get the speed, but immediately after he releases the engine again. So he pretty much drives most of this course without the engine even being on, and it just preserves a ton of speed compared to if he was holding it down the whole time. Conveniently, it also gives him more grip, which is useful as well. I'm not sure if that was intended, but it's a little extra mechanic of the game. He's also doing this drift around some of the longer corners. It's called momentum throttle slide. Basically, if you turn the vehicle sideways and lose grip, and you can like strafe forward, because like you turn sideways, the strafe gets really strong for some reason. So you can use it basically to fly around corners super fast. So you'll be seeing that, especially on like some of the longer corners. You don't see it as much in story mode versus in like the regular time attacks, but it is useful in a few places. like in this course. Like right there is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, shift boosting is pretty much the definition of high risk, high reward. As you can see, the reward is going at ludicrous speeds, and the risk is that you actually just die.
Yeah. And then the mission also is supposed to be about dodging these falling rocks and racing Samurai Goro. Well, he destroyed Samurai Goro, but also those rocks, if you're not moving so fast to just pass them, then those become quite a bit of an issue. But he just kind of blazed past all of them.
I'm a little bummed out. Someone made a bet with me that if I got sub 35, they would donate. I was off by like 1 millisecond, or like 0.1 of a second. So I hope you'll still donate to a good cause. I was so close, man.
Yeah, so this is chapter 3 here. Basically, it's a race. He is currently dressed as he's in disguise, so he can enter this race without anyone knowing that it's him. And then so he's working with some other guy to basically place bets on him. And so basically the goal is just to win the race. There's 11 other racers. There's a pretty cool shortcut that you can do at the end using these jump plates that he can only do on boost lap. Technically it's possible on map 1, but it's very precise. But Hobbes will be going for that on boost laps.
Also, pay attention to Billy, the character that's in 3rd right now. In about 10 seconds, he might just disappear.
Does that happen on... It's on lap 3, isn't it? Or I don't remember. It might be this lap. Anyway, here's the skip coming up. So basically he does an MTS into that boost plate and just gets him a bunch of speed. And yeah, there you go.
There he goes.
Oh, yeah. So he's actually going so fast. The CPUs don't know what to do. They just drive off one of the jump plates and just fall to their death because they're going too fast. Because they have this... The CPUs in story mode have really bad rubber banding, or like really strong rubber banding. They still can't keep up, but it does cause them to go really fast. And yeah, so on that skip, there's also a pretty precise checkpoint. So Hobbes has to go like way off to the left, which is why you kind of see him like go to the left. Then as soon as he lands, he turns back to the right to keep continuing the course. There's also something he did at the end. I guess I'll explain it later. Basically, he did momentum throttle slide into the wall, but I'll point it out later when he does it again.
That's useful at the very end of races because it gives you a very fast burst of speed, and then it like completely destroys your speed in a short amount of time.
Yeah, so it also destroys your energy because you're grinding against a wall at very high speed. But at the end of the course, any extra energy you have is fine. Although it's really unfortunate because in time attack, if your destroyed vehicle makes it across the finish line, you can still finish, but that doesn't work in story mode. So he has to be super careful he doesn't like start it a tiny bit too early because if he runs out of energy, he instantly dies. So this course here, basically, this guy and his gang of goons are trying to mess with Falcon. So he basically needs to destroy the leader, but the leader has infinite boost until you destroy all of his goons to get up to him. So the goal of this is to defeat the guy and make it to the end of the track first. It is a super long track. You can see the distance remaining in the top left. Basically, he's just going to kind of boost through. The CPUs, if he boosts past them, they will boost to catch up, so it'll make them all super low HP, and that allows him to just basically touch them and insta-kill them. The rival, the goon in first place, will pretty much always stay ahead, but you save a bunch of time here by just getting all the CPUs to boost up to him. And each time you destroy a CPU, you get a little bit of energy back, which is useful because the only refill on this course is that section in the middle that he went through.
Yeah, this is basically like a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up, only you're racing at 1,000 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Also, can I just shout out, this game's soundtrack is absolutely amazing. This song in particular that plays on Chapter 4 is unique to this chapter, and it's called Night of Big Blue. It's one of my favorite songs, like, of all time. Okay,
yeah, this track goes hard for sure. So here's these CPUs. Basically, they're just going to kind of bump into them one by one, and Hobbes is just going to kill all of them until he gets up to, was it Michael Chain is his name? Mm-hmm. And yeah, it just takes 3 quick side attacks, and that knocks him out, and then you can just kind of boost off to the end. And there you go.
All right, 150, not bad. I was a little worried about Chapter 4. That one can always get a little dicey because it's also the only chapter in the run where you're forced to contend with all of the AI. And
this track is super cool. So basically this track is it's a huge tube. You have to escape. You're saving Jody, who's like another one of the characters from this power plant that's about to, I think it's power plant that's about to explode. And so you basically have to make it out to the end within 40 seconds. And then there's these energy capsules that get a little bit of boost back. And there's basically these closing gates that you kind of have to spin around. But for the most part, your goal is just to maintain as much speed as possible and not hit the gates and hit as many of these health packs as possible. It's actually like it's very, very precise. Naglaria used to do like little competitions at GDQs where he would have his Wii set or GameCube or Wii set up and basically have random people try the mission. And Hobbes is actually going to go for a capsule skip here, which is very bold. You can make it. You can skip one, or technically you can skip two if you're very precise. But it looks like he made it. Let's go.
Oh, yes. Okay. It
almost didn't have enough
very
speed.
hard to do 2 capsule skips, but we got it. It's technically possible.
Oh, did you skip 2 there? I didn't actually know.
I skipped 2.
Oh, sick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I only saw the one at the end, but yeah, those two capsule skips. That was very precise. And you saw he even like bounced on the door at the end because he almost didn't have enough speed, but he barely made it through. So.
Yeah, if everything goes well and you end up getting hit by the door at the end, there's a little thing that we in the community like to call that, or at least in my community, but you'll have to check out my stream for that.
Anyway,
Chapter 6 is basically the movie Speed. You can't go below a certain kilometers an hour, but it's also like the most boring in the run because there really is no consistent way of getting energy except for destroying these cars, so we can actually have some donations here for this chapter.
Sounds fantastic. I've got some here ready for you. Let's start with Kubaru coming in with $25. Awesome Donkey Kong Country Run. Excited for the rest of the games today. I gotta see this F-Zero GX sandbag incentive, so putting the donation towards that. And looking at that update real quick, we are under $350 away from that. We're about $96.54, so please keep those coming if you want to see that happen. I've also got Happy Bear coming in with $50. I have issues slicing bread, and the runner is going 2,000 kilometers per hour. Good luck, Hobbes. We are all incredibly impressed.
Actually, sometimes you go up to 3,000 kilometers an hour.
That's not any less scary. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You got time for more?
Oh yeah, we got some more.
Okay. Segfault has sent in $100. I played F-Zero GX for the first time last year, and it took me 3 hours to beat the first mission on very hard. Can't wait for this run. Good luck, Artful Hobbes.
Yeah, that was actually my experience too. I've been playing the game for a while doing like time attack, and it still probably took me around 3 hours speed story mode and very hard. It's incredibly difficult, and Hobbes didn't make it look very difficult, but it is very difficult. So I'd recommend you give it a shot if you're looking for a challenge. Also, this dirt here, you have to boost across because if you're boosting, then dirt doesn't slow you down, but if you're not boosting, then it does. Also, that wall bump is a little bit scary because it drops below 800.
The cars there were in a pretty unfortunate position. They kind of blocked the middle of the road in that S-shaped turn. That's like relatively the only scary part of this chapter is that part where the cars can block you. Although it has happened before where the track gets really skinny. I've had like 2 vehicles just completely block that. And at that point, like, you just die. You're like, okay, I guess I don't beat the chapter today.
Yeah, so that was chapter 6, and fortunately we're not showing the cutscenes, but Falcon drives off a cliff and he hits a crane that knocks off the speed bomb off his back, so then he makes it out and he makes it to the Grand Prix. That's what we're doing right now, so now we've got to beat the Grand Prix.
Chapter 7, the opening is the most important. I have to get a boost off of Black Shadow, I have to get a bomb, and I have to MTS very precisely.
Oh, I missed
well, I'm gonna...
Yeah, so he's gonna reset for it. So Black Shadow
it's marathon.
Yeah, he's a demon. He goes incredibly fast. Well, I don't know if he's literally, but like, he's very scary. He goes absurdly fast for some reason. He just takes off at the start. So he basically Hobbes just uses him for a boost at the start. He did it on chapter 3 as well with one of the other CPUs, but one of the things he'll be trying to do here on lap 1 and on the next mission as well is he'll be trying to get these bomb boosts, which basically these landmines, but if you drive straight into them, also he's going for some shift boosts to get some extra speed, but if you drive straight into the mines, then they basically blow up and damage you, but if you hit them straight on, it pushes you forward as well. So there's a few here, and especially if you chain them in a row, they get quite a bit of moves, or quite a bit of speed there. Yeah, they're especially important on lap 1 because you don't have boosts, so you may as well use your energy for something, and basically you take the damage in exchange for it.
Even with shift boost though, like Black Shadow and Blood Falcon are gonna be right on your butt.
Yeah, so you can see on the map, the computer, basically that would be the I think it's the highest ranked computer at the time, so that'd be second place. And yeah, he's like right behind. I think they have, I don't know if they have infinite boost or what the deal is exactly, but regardless, they're very fast. And they also have like really high acceleration too, so they kind of just take off.
I think they have like 3 times the amount of normal health or something ridiculous.
Hobbes is definitely playing it really dangerous here, basically boosting down to 1 HP, so if he even just grazes a wall or touches the lava for a moment, he would die. So it's definitely
I kind of have
scary.
to, though. They're
Yeah,
like right behind me, dude.
Scarier than I would play it, but I guess it's working out for you, so.
No! Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that was basically what I was talking about. It's tough. Like, I mean, he's right. You do have to play that dangerous in order to beat them. It's quite difficult. Normally the casual strat is you just try and kill Black Bull and Blood Falcon if you can as well. But it's pretty inconsistent to do that, which is why it works if you're just trying to casually beat it once. But you don't want to rely on that for the speedrun, especially if you can just outrace them anyway. It's faster regardless. But it's definitely, it's tough for sure.
Okay, we're not going to go for any more there.
Yeah. That's sketchy. It's tough too. Oh, another thing is on this mission and the next one, there's one more lap for each additional difficulty. So on normal, there's only 3 laps, which is normal for the game. Normally, most races are 3 laps, but then on hard, there's 4, and on very hard, there's 5 laps. So a death on like lap 4 or 5 is super costly in terms of time. We probably have time for another like donation or 2.
I can get you hooked up. And just a quick update, we have hit that sandbag incentive for Chapter 8. Thank you, everybody, for putting in toward that one.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
I've got a $100 anonymous donation here. Go Hobbes. This is awesome.
Generally, if I can shift boost the first 3 laps, then we're far enough ahead that we won't have to worry about Black Shadow or Blood Falcon. But it's still a very difficult strat. I would say shift boosting, while not being frame perfect, it's close enough to being frame perfect.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's really weird too, because it's hard to like define a frame count on it, because it depends exactly on how fast you're going, it depends on the slope of the track, depends on your angle, it depends on how much you're pressing the strafe, because the L&R are analog, so if you're pressing it further down, or like harder down, you'll strafe harder to the side. There's a bunch of pieces that go into it, but it is very precise for sure, and it's tough. But this is what the estimate's for. So this is kind of, it was to be expected. I don't know how Hobbes runs this category. I just do time attack because single deaths like that aren't as impactful. But yeah, whole story mode runs are very difficult for reasons like this.
Yeah, it's this game is unrelentingly difficult, and in the very hard speedrun, you cannot mess up. Otherwise, yeah, you can fall off the course and ooh. Yeah, okay. And see, that right there is what happens if you don't have a good start. There's just so many vehicles in front of you, and it just gets really, really difficult. So every speedrun that manages to succeed is lightning in a bottle. Because you are so prone to death in this speedrun, it's pretty ridiculous. Another thing about Chapter 7 as well is that, yeah, there's not really a lot of safe strats that I can go for. Like, I kind of have to go for these shift boosts to get far enough ahead, otherwise we have to deal with Black Shadow and Blood Falcon for most of the race.
Yeah, and it's really scary if they catch up to them too, because like on boost laps, they'll come boosting through spin attacking, and like sometimes they'll just hit you and instantly knock you off. Like in that narrow section with no walls there, sometimes, yeah, they'll just fly by and knock you off. There's nothing you can do about it if they catch up to you. So staying ahead of them is super important.
Let's see if I can get this good bomb boost. Not quite. Occasionally, if you line up both of those bombs like just right, you can go up to 2,000 kilometers an hour, and it's just a really good way to start lap 2. It's always tricky too, coming back onto the stage. You have to do it quick enough, otherwise you'll lose grip like that, and then that's pretty much another death on itself.
Yeah, and then you have to also be careful you don't stray too far off to the other side as well. So there's a lot that goes into it.
Eco, what are you doing?
Yeah, he was aggressive.
Oh boy.
I'd say we probably have time for another donation or two.
All right, let's take a $20 donation here from Emmy, Adrian, and Rory. Hey, all.
He's gone. Let's go.
Okay, keep
All right,
going.
keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Black
sorry.
Shadow just ended up falling off the course.
All good, all good. Hey, all. F-Zero is a household favorite of ours, and we're so pumped to see you boost your way to victory. The amount of bumps is impressive, but how do you not get dizzy? Definitely one of the most impressive racing speedruns we've ever seen. Good luck, and can we get a Falcon punch from everyone? All right, I'll get it down. 3, 2, 1. Falcon punch! Wait, come on, guys. Okay.
I wasn't sure if I was going to be in on that or not. I hope the crowd was. I can't actually hear from here, but you could probably play it safe on the shift boost, I think, with Black Shadow. I don't know if Blood Falcon's is much of a threat, but that's probably what I would do from here.
I think you might be right. I think we should be far enough ahead that we can just play it
from
safe
looking
enough.
at the map, it looks like there's plenty of space, yeah. I'll just play it safe and probably not boost out all of your energy just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're definitely in a good spot to finish this out here.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of.
Oh yeah,
of time here.
you're miles ahead for sure.
Black Shadow is generally the scarier person to race against than Blood Falcon.
Blood Falcon's just there to keep you on your toes if you do knock off Black Bull. Black Shadow, yeah. Yeah, even these MTSs here are actually surprisingly dangerous. Those drifts that he's doing on the ice. Because, yeah, there's no walls on the left side, so if you turn a little bit too sharply, you can just fall off there, too. So, basically everything's got to keep him on his toes here. But looks like this will be a closeout here. You're still, yeah, you're like half a lap ahead of everyone else. You're all set. And that was the rail slide that I was talking about earlier. So that was chapter 7. It's definitely the hardest.
232? That's actually not bad at all.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, especially for no shift boost after like the second lap. So now he has to race Deathborn in hell, and we met that incentive, which means he will be giving Deathborn a very large head start.
30 seconds to be in fact.
Yeah, 30 seconds. So fortunately, Deathborn races at a constant speed. He doesn't like have rubber banding or anything like that. So if you can beat him, and if you can beat him by 30 seconds, then you can give him a head start. And so that's what Hobbes is going to do, and he'll catch up.
Shoutouts to this music track as well. It's called Emperor Breath. It's really, really good. This whole soundtrack, give it a listen if you have the time.
Yeah, I would recommend.
So yeah, this is pretty much F-Zero's version of the devil that we're fighting right now.
Yeah, it's the devil, but he races, I guess. He also, even if you manage to kill him in this mission, he gets revived, which isn't true in like the rest of the story mode missions. So your only option is to outrace him. This track also is very dangerous. It's got a ton of these mines, which fortunately Hobbes will be using for mine boosts on lap 1 as best as he can. He's also going to be drifting a lot of these corners using that MTS trick I was talking about earlier. And there's lava all over the place he has to avoid. It's not a big deal on lap 1. He can just drive straight lines as best as he needs to because he can't use his energy for anything anyway. But on boost laps, all of that fire that he drives through is less boost because it's less health, so he has to be super aware of that.
Alright, not the strongest lap 1 here, but we might be able to...
Yeah, I think we should be alright. That final turn that he just took right there is incredibly sharp. And so on boost laps, he basically has to do like a drift into turn, which is kind of, it's combining a bunch of the more advanced tech of this game, but something we haven't talked about much is all the turns that he's doing, you hear him like clicking his triggers. It's called a quick turn. Basically, you lose grip, and then you turn and strafe at the same time, and it does more than if you were just stick steering. You can't really it doesn't look that much different, so it's kind of hard to tell, but basically he's turning sharper than he normally would, and it's also more difficult than like normal just stick steering. But basically, he's just going to be boosting away, try and keep up speed, hit boosters as best you can. Each time you cross a lap, you can see the the time comparison and how far behind he is on Deathborn. So each lap it should shrink by just a little bit. And also that little bump right there, oh wow, that was a really good one. I think that was a double. You can get, so the shift boost I was talking about where you go off the course and back on, you can actually get them on the track too if you just lift off over like a small bump. And there's a setup right there that he goes for where he doesn't boost leading up to it. And so if you drive with the right spot at like a natural unboosted max speed, you can get basically a shift boost there. He actually got 2 of them, which gave him a huge burst of speed, which is super useful. Coming up on the end of lap 4 here, so we'll see how much time he has left to make up on the last lap.
Oh boy!
It's actually looking, yeah, it's looking pretty tight. The 30-second head start is, yeah, he's got 7.5 seconds to make up. So, not sure if it's still doable. It might be. That would be his call, not mine. But I guess we'll see. He has definitely been closing the gap over time, so we'll see. 30 second head start's insane. It by far destroys my best time on this course. So, but you know, Hobbes can do it. He's been practicing. So, guess we'll see what happens. Looks like he's getting there. Oh, he's right there. This is it. Does he make it?
Yes!
He does. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that is, I think, the closest it's ever been, honestly.
That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
Oh, my heart. So, just in case you happen to first try everything, now you have to do the actual most difficult course of the run.
Yeah, so he just raced the devil, and since he beat the devil, now he has to race God, or the racing gods, and basically he just has to race a ghost that the creators made on this course, and beating the ghost itself is fairly easy. It's just it's actually like regular Blue Falcon driving. Oh, sometimes if you fall off there, you can save it there, but he had a bit too much speed to the side. But basically the goal here is just to complete the course as fast as possible for the sake of speedrun. It's actually probably the easiest very hard mission, other than maybe Chapter 6. But there's no walls anywhere, so he's just going to be doing shift boost as much as he can. And, you know, as mentioned before, each one could kill him, so we'll see how it goes. There's also a super cool skip towards the end. Oh, save that one too. Okay.
Are we still in the lead? Okay. We'll make that up.
Yeah, the ghost is no problem. He could do that probably 4 more times and be fine. There's a super cool skip coming up here called the Dan skip, which is fairly recent. We'll see if he gets it. Basically needs enough speed from these shift boosts. And it looks like that is enough speed. Yeah, so that skip not going around to the side there was discovered by Dan. He's a F-Zero X speedrunner, and that type of floating skip happens a lot in F-Zero X. So it's very funny that he discovered it for this course for GX. So it's super, like, you need a lot of speed from those shift boosts leading up to it. And shift boosts on an upslope are extremely difficult because you have less time to get back onto the course. But Hobbes got enough to get enough speed to go for it. So
I'll probably play the rest of this just a little bit safer just to close it out. I say as I go for another shift boost.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Sometimes. Yeah. So you showed up. I mean, you can go for it. You don't have to, but it's up to you. But sometimes if you drive off the course at kind of a weird angle, your vehicle gets shoved into like a death spiral, and that was kind of what was happening there. So it was trying to spiral down to the right while he was trying to turn to the left, and he couldn't really turn, so he couldn't make it back onto the course. And that kind of stuff just happens. It's rough, but
at the very least, I'm very pleased to get the Dan skip for the crowd.
Yeah.
So
that skip is so cool.
I got what I wanted to show off, so I'll just probably play the rest of this out just normally, because we're ahead by God by 6 seconds. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
The world record for this category in particular actually laps God, which is very impressive.
That's sick. But you can see how much time the Dan skip's saved in comparison to having to drive all the way around. And it seems like an obvious, okay, you take the more direct line, but it was super precise, and it took a while. It took a while for, I guess, Dan to figure out how to get enough speed to pull it off. But
Yeah, there's a thing in this game called, it would be checkpoints, right? You have to get a certain checkpoint.
Yeah, so
Otherwise
basically it's to
you're-
prevent
yeah.
you from like going from the beginning of the course instantly to the end, like you can fall off and land somewhere. So there's like invincible checkpoints throughout the course, and you could skip like a certain number of them, and then when you land, it'll like re-update your checkpoint. But if you skip too many, then you'll blow up when you land. It's very hard to like tell exactly where they are. So with that, you have to be a little bit cognizant of that. You have to stay to the right far enough that your checkpoint advances enough that when you land after the skip, you're not skipping too many checkpoints at once, and it lets you land without blowing up. Hobbes just casually here, 10 seconds ahead of God.
Yeah, thankfully, if you have a couple of boosts, you can go for the much safer jump that I do, where you boost twice and then MTS off the very top slope there.
Yeah, but we're actually going to be coming up on time here as soon as he crosses the finish line for the last time. So it'll be just in a couple seconds. So.
And time.
Beautiful. And you
2:05.
barely got sub 30. If my timer's correct, you got a 29:41 for the run.
Oh, hey, not bad.
So you pulled the sub 30.
Nice. I showed off dance skip. I showed off missing 2 capsules in chapter 5. I beat Satan while giving him a 50-second head start. That was
30,
neat.
Yeah, 30. That ending was so clutch. That was incredible. We talked about that too. I was like, it'd be so cool if you literally passed him on the last turn. That's what happened. So
it's pretty
all
crazy.
Planned.
So yeah, it's not a world record run by any means, but world record runs are lightning in a bottle. Like I say, I die so much trying to run this game, but the feeling of making it through without dying and utilizing all of these techniques is truly, truly wonderful. So that's what I'll be working towards on my stream, because there's new techniques for 7, 8, and 9 that I got to utilize. I think there's still like 20 more seconds of in-game time that I can still take off. There's still
the potential of this
good.
game is absolutely incredible. But I think we should be wrapping up here pretty soon to try and keep the stuff on pace. But thanks for having us. I don't know if you want to give the last word. And it was a lot of fun. But
yeah, just last shout-outs. It was said in my interview, but shout-outs to JR Comic Art for my wonderful poster behind me. Follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. He has his own website. And if you love F-Zero, you can purchase any one of those panels or all of them in a 3x3 grid once he puts them up on his shop. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of Marathon, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right. Thank you so much, Artful Hobbes. That was absolutely incredible. Oh, my eyes are still, everything is kind of blurry. So I don't know about you. I need to take a break. Maybe we should all chill for a second, grab a stretch, grab a drink, but do not go anywhere. We will be right back. And welcome back, everyone. This is Summer Games Done Quick 2022. I am Mr. Game & Shout, and I'm going to catch up on some donations from that last run. Oh, that was so awesome. Actually, we're getting some excitement about some of our upcoming incentives here. J-Star G has sent in a $10 donation. Ice Chest Mayhem sounds absolutely bonkers. $10 to that run. We've also got Amerlin, one of our producers, sending in $150, donating the grand prize winner from the R Speedrun gift giveaway, $150 to Ocarina of Time Ice Trap from Avatreo. And just a quick check on that incentive. We are at $22,770 out of the $35,000 that we need to unlock that. Please keep those donations coming. We've also still got that Ocarina of Time beta showcase that is open. We are almost up to $100,000 on that one. Need to hit the $225,000 to get there. So, if you want to see that Ice Trap Mayhem, if you want to see that OOT beta showcase, keep those donations coming, please. I've also got a $50 donation here from Coelacanus, Giant Mareep Noises. Am I supposed to make the giant Mareep? I don't know. What noise is the giant Mareep? It's just like big and... Oh, you know what? Maybe the prize team is going to know about this one. Let's go ahead and ask. I'm going to send us over to the prize team and our favorite fluffy friend to talk about some of the amazing prizes we've got available for you to win right now.
Hey, thanks so much, Shout. As always, I'm Sent, and I'm joined here by the real member of the prize team, this gigantic Mareep that you can win with a $50 donation from now until the end of Left 4 Dead later tonight. I'm just telling you right now, if you haven't gotten in a $50 donation, do so. And if you haven't gotten a $100 donation in since the start of F-Zero, you absolutely need to do so. Trust me, we'll get on to why just a little bit later. But I actually wanted to bring something up real quick that I didn't hear in the interview with Artful Hobbes a little bit earlier. It's a bit of speedrun history to talk about. So back in the day, we did have that very same run we just saw from CGN, who at the time I believe had just taken that record themselves. Fun fact, that record stood for 8 years until earlier this year when Artful Hobbes took it back by almost over 2 minutes, proving that only the Falcon can exceed the Falcon. Can we get a round of applause for Artful Hobbes' amazing run, audience? Let's get a live round of applause for that. Absolutely incredible. F-Zero GX is an amazing game. And I have some amazing prizes to talk about. So without further design, let's get into it. From our good friend Caroline Design, we have this lovely mini GDQ painted magnet set. We've got 3 magnets related to the Legend of Zelda series here. You know, we've got a rupee, a heart piece, and Navi the fairy. And on the other side, we've got 3 magnets related to, some kind of GDQ memes and emotes that we've got. We've got an iron. We've got, of course, everyone's favorite orb. And we've got, Sir not appearing in this marathon, the lamp. There we go, $10 minimum donation for the set. Comes with a cute little drawing on the back that was upside down, but there you go. Thank you so much to Caroline for sending that out to us. From our good friend Cute Monster Props, we have a set of not 1, not 2, but 4 resin rupee statues. They each come with their own little standee, so you can stand them all up. We've, of course, got 1 rupee, 5 rupee, as well as the 20 and 50 rupees here for all of you. They are super cool. Again, get those donations in before the end of the Legend of Zelda TAS a bit later tonight. If you're interested in winning these prizes, $20 minimum donation. They are super cool. Thank you so much, Cute Monster Props. From our friends at Magical AF Boutique, we have something that is genuinely magical AF, something I actually haven't seen before. At least not at GDQ. This is a piece of Legend of Zelda scale mail. That is, scale plating arranged in an image. In this case, the Triforce from Legend of Zelda, bound by a bunch of metallic rings on the back, as you can see here. I mean, come on, that's stunning. This is basically armor. This is effectively real armor with art on it. $25 minimum donation. It's incredible. Get those donations in before the end of that Legend of Zelda task. $25 is going to get you entered in to win that and so many more amazing prizes. Now, You might remember from our last block, we definitely still have from Coinfully this lovely 2002 New Age Pokemon series Pikachu $1 coin, again printed by a mint in England that does off-circuit, currency, off-circulation currency. Did a series of Pokemon currency back in the early 2000s. They've become highly collectible. They're super cool. I mean, come on, it's got a Pikachu on it. That's great. What kind of money has a Pikachu on it? $50 minimum donation, get it in before the end of Left 4 Dead. We've also, again, sitting next to me, got this lovely, gigantic Mareep. It's huge, just for size comparison. Like, if we hold it up, it is actually taller than I am. That is ridiculous, and it's got an adorably fluffy belly. How could you not love this Mareep? Thank you so much to Alta Biscuit for sending it out. In fact, don't even put me on camera. Just put the Mareep on camera. That's way more important. And for a $100 minimum donation from our friend Sky Berkson, we have a Temple of Time domed miniature. We are going to take a closer look at this a little bit later tonight. You've got until the end of Left 4 Dead 2 to donate for it. It is a $100 minimum donation. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is 100% worth it because this is made out of paper. I do not know how this is made out of paper. I do not know in what universe the materials to create this are somehow paper, but it is so incredibly intricately detailed. I cannot wait to give you all a closer view of it a little bit later tonight, but for now, you're just gonna have to trust me. It's absolutely fantastic. And of course, if you'd like to see a closer image of it, you can head over to gamesdonequick.com. You can check out the tracker because it's always got all the information you need on upcoming prizes that you can win by donating, on upcoming incentives you can put those donations towards, because remember, you don't have to specifically donate towards the prizes. You just got to donate at least the minimum donation value while they're available. In this case, a $100 donation is going to get you entered into everything I just talked about and a ton more stuff for sure. And of course, you can see information on all of the amazing speed runs that we have coming up tonight. You do not want to miss anything. Tonight is kind of our showcase night. We have so many cool things. We have, a Portal 2 TAS's debut. We have an Ocarina of Time TAS's debut. We have the Super Mario World Relay. That is the don't miss run of the event as far as I'm concerned. And of course, coming up next, we have my good friend Spike Vegeta and Nuclear playing Ocarina of Time Rando. Don't go anywhere. Don't go miss it. Make some noise. Shout. Get them hyped. Come on, let's go.
Oh, I got you covered on that hype. Thank you so much, boss. Hey, how about that Ice Trap Mayhem incentive? That just got hit. Holy cow, $35,000. It is in. It is good. Still got some other incentives open here that I'm seeing some love on, though. Oh, God, I'm not ever going to be able to outrun these. Mr. Jonah James Jameson sends in $100. Quick! Someone spelled my name wrong. It says Game and Shout. It's supposed to be James and Shout. Give me a picture of this corrected ASAP. Money goes to whatever makes